What is good, friends? Welcome back to another video. Today we will talk about Jack Spanner. He is not a new officer, but you may be new to this game and still looking which officer should you choose to awaken first. Alright, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell everything you need to know about Jack Spanner. He's the guy in charge of fixing your tank. When you garrison and you see this little mechanic working on your units, that's him. So Jack Spanner, he comes with the game. That means there is no waiting period to obtain him. He's amazing on your best tank unit. I still use him. He's still relevant at this point in the game. Keep in mind, I've been playing this game for almost 2 years. I still use it. He's one of my best tank officer, and I'll tell you why. He's the only one to have 2 healing skills, meaning that he will heal dynamically and he will heal on the passive side, meaning that you will recover HP faster than any other officer. Some officer only heals at rest and some officer only heal when he's in combat. Spanner does both. That's why he's so good. He's highly focused on HP, on durability, on healing, than offensive power. And that's why he's good, because paired with a strong offensive officer, they complete each other really good. Meaning that if you notice your tank is very durable on the battlefield, that's because of him. All right, so let's diving into his skills. First, his tactical skill, prep time 8 seconds, initiates rapid repairs, recovering troop HP of a healing coefficient of 1500. That's quite a lot. If leading a tank or a helicopter troop, increase damage resist by 10%. That means every 8 seconds he will recover 1500 of durability of HP. If he's in charge of a tank unit, any tank or a helicopter, you will obtain a damage resist buff of 10%. It doesn't have to be a leader, okay? So you have to pay attention to the wording. When they say leading a tank, it means this durability, this damage resist, will be only in effect if he's in charge of a tank or a helicopter. If you assign him to artillery or anti-tank gun or Katyusha, that damage resist will not apply. All right. So first, passive skill, increase the damage dealt by this officer's troop by 25% when attacking fortification, so building a base. His second passive skill, increase the HP of this officer's tank and helicopter by 30%. I think that is one of the best, if not the best, HP buff you can get so far. This is very high. Like I said, if you notice your tank is really durable, that's because of his max skill right there. His third passive skill, this officer's troop automatically recovers 1% HP per second while in the field. So that means when your troops stop being in combat, is at rest, you will start seeing glowing green, which means he's on recovery mode. Okay, this mode will stop as soon as you start re-engaging an enemy. So when at rest, you will slowly recover. So you attack, you see that you lose HP, you pull back, you wait, and then you recover, and then rinse, repeat, re-attack, so you can get the edge over someone who doesn't have Spanner in that term. So there's 2 healing skills. This is the passive one, and this is the active one. So he heals both ways. That's why he's so good. Now, when you awaken this officer, not only will recover 1500 of HP, it will also recover 125 HP per second for 4 seconds. So 500 HP coefficient. So every 8 seconds, he will recover 500 on top of the 1500. So basically, what it means is if you attack a weaker unit, you will recover faster than you lose HP. Okay, so many commanders use a spanner with either Guardian of Truth on the field, like I do, and when it's time to tank a base, they will use spanner a lot with the Steel Fighter, because Steel Fighter is also an officer focused on durability. With the shield and spanner on top, you get a maximum of durability and healing for that unit, especially when you want to tank a base and you want your unit to last as long as possible. That is the best combo so far. And like I said, guys, I'm not lying. You see, I'm using Spanner with Guardian of Truth, which are 2 legacy officers that are still relevant today in this game, despite playing Warpath for almost 2 years. The proof is in the pudding. That's so far my best combo ever for any main battle tank. Okay, it works well also for tank hunter, helicopter, and so on. So now I spoke about Spanner, how to awaken him fast. Well, there's 2 ways. First of all, you do your officer's mission right there. And each time you complete a Liberty mission, when you click on the crate, you have a chance to obtain 1 Jack Spanner statue. So Jack Spanner will use, of course, his own statues, and he will also use universal statues. So to obtain Jack Spanner statues, you do Liberty mission. The bigger mission usually have a higher percentage, a higher success rate to obtain a statues. And if you look into my officer's supply, you see, even though if I use those statues, I convert them because he's already awakened, you still earn those statues quite a lot. The second best way, or I mean maybe the first best way, the best way to obtain more statues is, of course, purchasing them, but the right way. When you go in gift, you go to the daily crate. You may see the daily crate. In my game, it's labeled differently because I awaken all the officers in the daily crate. But when you purchase the daily crate right there, the package, you get on average 6 daily statues for a really reasonable price. Okay, and if there's 1 pack, if you can only afford 1 pack daily, I think, in my opinion, that's the best one. That's the one that will give you the most statues, and I've said it often. Statues awaken officers, and officers play a huge role in the strength of your units. All right, so we talk about Jack Spanner, his skills. We talk about how to obtain his statues, and now let's see him in action to see how he works, how his skill works. So I'm gonna delete Guardian of Truth just to focus on this skills, and now I will try to find a proper base so I can tank a base and you can see his skill in action. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my big cat near an enemy base. He's not an enemy, but you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully I won't destroy this base, so this guy won't get upset about me. 83 million power. Okay, let's go find this guy right there. I will siege his base, and you will see his skill in action, so you recognize when the tank is healing. So there's two cue. There's an audio cue and there's a visual cue of his troop. When you attack a base like this, now you see the gauge. It will slowly fill, until it reaches 8 seconds, and you see the little wrench. So when you see the wrench and you see the kind of the logo in yellow, that means the skill is in effect. And when you see the green numbers, I know it's hard to see because all the damage number, but when you see the green numbers, it means that my unit is healing. So now I'm going to pull back and we're going to zoom in, and so you can see my unit at rest. It will start healing. Once it cools down, you'll see it glowing green, meaning that that's the 1% per second of healing time. And eventually my tank will be back to full HP. Of course, if you lose one unit, you won't get it back. You have to train it. But if it's a partial hit, it will recover until it's fully healed. So that's how we work on the battlefield. Okay? Now, depending of where you are in the game, there will be new officers with healing capability, but so far I don't think that anyone can replace him in terms of healing because of the dynamic and the passive healing. He's still my preferred officer for my main tank, my main battle tank. Not the battle tank itself, but my main tank for attacking. My little gift for you guys. So I made this spreadsheet in Excel to compare all the ground officer with their skill, so you can have one look and easily compare each officer to make sure you do make the right choice if you want to awaken, because it takes a lot of statues. This will help you quite a lot. It's still a work in progress. I will finish it soon, but until then you can still download it and compare, and let me know what you think about that. Just to give you an idea, all the blue skills are the defensive skills, and the red one are offensive skill. So if you look at Spanner right there, you see that he got a lot of blue skills, meaning he's focused on defensive, or defense, should I say, compared to, let's say, Guardian of Truth, which is a really hard hitter, an offensive-oriented officer. And like I said about the 30% HP buff, I think he's the only one who offered that. So, yep. So far, I think he's exclusive to this skill. So have a look. Let me know what you think about that. I need to add Tip of the Spear, I believe. He will be added shortly. Until then, use that, and hopefully that this video help you make the right decision, especially for the new Warpath player who's still trying to figure out which officer is the best. Well, there's no best officer per se. It really depends on your playstyle and which unit we're talking about. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate your support, and I will see you until the next video.